In this episode, we're gonna learn our first pulling skill that's called spin the cat. If you search for this exercise, you will find it as skin the cat, but I found the name way too cruel, so we're gonna call it spin the cat. First, you're gonna need Olympic rings. These are not so expensive. You can buy one for like 20-25 bucks, and there's so much you can do with them, so I definitely recommend you to get one. Once it's attached to the pull-up bar, we're gonna have it around chest height. I'm just gonna hold the rings in the bottom, strong overhand grip. My arms are almost fully straight. From this position, I'm gonna pull my legs in. I'm gonna kick up and down. So that's your first thing for you to practice, to be okay, to be in this position. So once you're comfortable with this one, you're gonna practice the other end of this skill. Just come in front of the rings and hold both of them just like that. I'm gonna come all the way down here. I'm turning my rings out this way. I'm gonna kick with my stronger foot. And I'm also hopping with my other foot. So kicking with one foot and hopping with the other one. So be okay to do this position. If you're happy with this one, you just have to commit, kick, and you're already here. If you're scared of doing this, make sure you use something soft underneath the rings. But as long as you hold onto the rings, you're gonna be fine. Keep your body as small as possible, because the more you extend your whole body, the harder the exercise will be. With the first kick, I don't wanna kick from this position. It's gonna make it really hard. I make myself a tiny ball, bringing my knees as close to my chest as I can, and from here I do my kicks. And when I'm ready, I have to commit to kick all the way to the other side, and I landed it. And if you notice that I'm landing it in a tuck position, I'm not landing it in an extended position, because that's gonna make it really difficult. So make sure you're keeping your knees close to your chest. And then from here, we're gonna kick back. And that's the first progression for your spin the cat. Once you're comfortable with this one, you can do the whole kick all the way to the other side, control it, kick again, just like that. Once you get stronger in this exercise and you can do multiple reps, then you can start practicing the next progression, which is without touching the floor as you roll back in your spin the cat. So the starting position is the same. I jump up, but here I'm controlling myself to come down. My feet just gonna touch the ground slightly, but I'm not resting, and I'm pulling myself back just like that. Do a few reps of this one before move on to the next progression. And the next progression is when you do this movement without jumping into the exercise. So from here, sit back and have your feet off the ground, and then initiate the pull like this without any jump. Touch the ground, pull yourself back to your seated position. Now, to bridge the gap in between those two progressions, you can still use your feet, but just use them less. So it's a difference between jumping with all your power, and there's a difference if you start pulling, but you still do a small little jump with your feet. And the same in the back. You can rest here, but just trying to do a smaller little jumps and use the strength of your back and biceps to do the movement. Now you just learned your first pulling skill in calisthenics.